Buenos dias, buenos dias. This is Miss Joanna, and I am sharing today about mind science. Mind science, mind science, mind science. So that's going to be my little intro song, and it's about the mind. And everyone has a mind, right? You have a mind, I have a mind, everybody has a mind. And we came into this world with this amazing mind, right? Ah! And you know what? It's so good. And the thing is, we don't really think about the mind very much because you know what? It was free. It was given us it for free. And that's why we don't really think of it like, oh, it's just the mind, right? It's just the mind. There's no value. But guess what? It's so rich. Your mind is rich and it can get richer and it can make you richer. And then you feel richer and make you feel valuable. Your mind can do that. Yes, it can. And guess what? Like what my mom always tells me in español, cada cabeza es su propio mundo, ¿verdad? Its own mind, it's its world of its own. So I have a world, you have your own little world because that is your mind world or your world universe, right? So today's topic is you are what you feed your mind. And I'm coming from this book, this amazing book that I came across is from Reverend Ike, Secrets, Joy for Health, Joy and Prosperity for you, for me, for everyone. So I just want to share some things about this amazing book. And you can even purchase that if you like, but I'm not here to sell. But this today is you are what you feed your mind. I am what I feed my mind. So like, what have I been feeding my mind lately? Hmm. Hmm. What have I been snacking on for my mind? And meaning is how do I snack on my what do you mean by that, Joanna? What do you mean by that? That means like what have I been looking? What have I been listening to? What have I been, because whatever, also, what have I been sharing? What do I talk about more? What do I share about more? Because in the great book, it says, what comes up, the issues of life comes from the heart. We did talk about it, right? So if that from the heart, meaning my subconscious mind, correct? So what's in my heart, the subconscious mind. So what have I been discussing a lot, because that's in my mind, correct? So we have to take that accountability. What have I been snacking? What have I been eating? And the thing is, our mind is so valuable. The thing is why we don't see it value because there hasn't been a price on it, right? Whatever there's no price, we think, it's not funny, that valuable. We think that these things are more valuable than our mind. But guess what? Everything we came in this world is with that was given us for free is more valuable than this thing, than anything. Well, let's move on. That would be another topic, but let's stay on. Miss Joanna, stay on topic. So today is what I am, what I feed my mind. You are what you feed your mind. So I'm going to start off with a story, right? So there is this man, he loves selling tacos, right? And he would wake up every morning and say, ya salió el sol, the sun is out, the tacos, get your tacos. And you know what? And his business was booming. It was booming, and that man believed in his business. He believed in it. You know, you believe it with your whole mind, right? And it brought him more and more and more. And the man believed in his business to do what he believed in it so much of what he was doing. He's like, oh, I'm bringing these nice tacos to the people. People are eating my tacos. Because when you believe in something, guess what? We're putting our energy, we're putting our love in it, right? And this man was so busy advertising and selling his tacos. And he was making money, right? Of course. He was like selling and selling. And he was just so focused. He didn't have time to listen to the news or the radio or anything else was going on the outside world, this other world, right? El otro mundo, right? Not, he was just busy in his mundo. And then he never even heard about, you know, about a predicted recession, because sometimes things are always like, oh, there's a recession going on, blah, blah, blah. But he didn't hear about that. But yet his business was doing great, right? Because he believed in it and he was doing great. And he didn't even need to, he had to cut back or anything to save the economy. As long as he continued to offer his delicious tacos, his customers bought them. He kept selling and they kept buying, right? He didn't even know about what was going on. He was just so focused. His attention was on there because he was just fully. But then one day, su hijo, right, his son came and told him about the other world, right, the economic recession. And then he told him, oh, you wouldn't, people are not going to buy your tacos because there's a recession. So you need to quit trying to sell your tacos. And then guess what? He believed his son and he started selling less. And people stopped ordering less. So he started doing it less. And guess what happened? People started ordering less. And then it went so far that he even took his sign down. He was like, he just took it down. So on the roadside, so how are people going to know about his tacos, right? And sure enough, when he took it down, guess what happened? People stopped buying his tacos and he didn't get no more money. And he thought to himself, how smart my son predicted this. And guess what? From that story, I learned like everything in life comes from the ideas of your mind. These are little synapses, and notice these are little ideas. And they go into your mind. And that teaches us how powerful the mind is, right? And when you start believing something, it doesn't make any difference if your thoughts are good or bad. It basically, what you think, it comes about, right? So the principle is everything in life comes from the ideas of your mind. Like the great book says in Matthew chapter 9, chapter 29, verse 29, according to your faith be unto you. Your faith is your belief. So whatever you believe, it comes unto you. So it doesn't matter. So in other words, the experience in the outer world, they come from where? Your inner mundo, your inner world. So the outer mundo comes from your inner mundo, right? So be careful what you're feeding your mind, feeding yourself. So you want to feed yourself the right things, the nutrition things. You don't know. So it's like it really matters what you're feeding yourself because you want the good experience, because experience external is outside. Internal is inside. So whatever we're coming from the inside, it shows up outside. So out here, right? Woo. So we want to make right ideas. So we need to start cleaning some stuff out, eating some right things, some nutrition ideas, some good things for our mind, for la mente. Notice mente and mento. And notice even what have I been tuning to? What have I been seeing? What have I been going to sleep with? Let's think about it. When I wake up in the morning, when I'm asleep like this, and I'm just like, and I sleep with my phone, and the first thing that comes up, of course, is CNN, 6 o'clock news, 8 o'clock news, 9 o'clock news, 12 o'clock noon news, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock. So that's programming your mind. So here, notice, are they giving you ideas of recession and poverty? Do I have to put this in my mind? Do I have to eat all that stuff? I have to get those ideas and put them in my stuff? No. I'm not going to listen to that. And I don't even listen to the news. And don't let any bad thoughts here going into your mind. So notice before you go to sleep and those news try to creep in or whatever, bad idea or whatever that is not going to make you feel good, guess what? Turn it off. Put it away. Right? And read some good things. Read some good stuff. Like, what? If I need some quotes, start believing this new belief. And it's going to take work. It's going to take your work. Because guess whose mind that is? Yours. So notice, garbage in, Garbage out, meaning it shows up in our behavior, shows up outside. So let's clean that poop, right? Clean the poop off your mind. Boop. And you know what? Remember, thoughts are powerful because guess who has those? Where are those thoughts at? In your mind and en tu mente. So, why it's important to think good thoughts because you don't want a poopy world, a poopy mind world, right? Remember, cada cabeza es su propio mundo. Each mind's a mind of its own. So you don't want a poop world. So be aware of that junk food. Like think of that, those thoughts. um, is it bringing value to your mind? Is it bringing, good, like, thinking of your health, thinking of your wealth, thinking of yourself? Is it bringing good to you? If it's not, clean it up, clean the poop out, right? And then read the label. Notice if there was a label and it said contains poison. If it said that, would you eat that? Would you eat that if it was in a food box and it said it has poison? Would you eat that? No, you wouldn't, right? So, if a negative thought, you're like, I don't like that. I'm going to push it away. You have that power because you are the programmer. Be in the charge of your mental world, right? And here, begin to feed yourself good pictures of what you want for you in your life. Be amazed that you can bring your imagination and you're like, and it's okay, invite that imagination. That's why it's good to imagine. And here, if you notice notice when you start imagining good things, notice the feeling that comes from it. And it's okay to feel good. Like, you know what? I picture myself being healthy. I can walk. I'm going to walk and I'm going to see myself doing this. And notice how that begins to feel in you because you're living it. You're bringing that work. You're manifesting it. So bring that dinner that to serve you, right? Those I can, that dinner. I can. Yes, you can do this. And start doing it. Like, it's very important to begin to add things that you want to do because you can do it. And reject whatever narrative if people tell you can't and you want to. You know what? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Give me that dinner of I can. I can do this, right? Because, everything wants your attention. And so everything, notice billboards, advertising, media, whatever. So we want to see what are we buying? What thoughts are we buying and spending? Because pain, I'm going to use my money like this. I'm going to bring it right here. What are we paying with our attention? What are we spending our attention to? So is it good thoughts, some thoughts that are bringing richness to your mind, or is it bringing poop to the mind? So here, we want to just reflect on that, right? So here's some quotes to remember. I think before I am. That's from Rene Descartes. And the great book from Proverbs chapter 23, verse 7. As a man thinketh in his heart, meaning the subconscious mind, so is he. And I like to kind of rephrase it. It says, as a human being thinks in his heart, because we're human beings, so is the human being. Because man is really human. Human, that's what they mean, human. So let's affirm right now. And I'm going to read this affirmation from this book, this good book. And then let's do this all together, okay? Right here, right now. Okay, let's say that again. Right here, right now. I will begin to feed my mind only good thoughts, the right thoughts. I won't waste my time on idle thoughts. I will let only good thoughts into my mind. Good thoughts. Good things. Good thoughts into my mind world. I will let only good thoughts in my mind because the only good things will happen to me. The good things will happen to me. Affirm that. I will let only good words come out of my mouth. because what I say is what I get. I can decide what I want. I will decide what I want. I will get what I want. And thank you, God, in me. And here say, I am love. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out. I am rich. My mind is rich. I am valuable. My mind is valuable. I am healthy. And I'm getting more healthy. And I am strong. And I am love. And here, just shake it off. And know here, just open your arms and give your body a hug. And here, give your brain, your mind, hold your brain. And here, my mind is rich. And I'm making it richer because I'm filling it with good stuff. And I am the programmer of my mind. So here, for you to reflect, ask yourself, what have I been feeding my mind? And what are the results? So here, what have I been feeding my mind? And what are the results that I've been feeding? So here we can jot that down as a journal. And if you want to let it, do inventory and begin to reframe, change that. That's because know that you are the powerful person here. And also, how should I deal with different kinds of ideas that confront us? So this is like a form of like redirecting the conversation to something that you want, something good, some solutions. Hey, let's change this, but you're like, know that you are powerful. You are your own person. You can change. It's like, hey, you can even be respectful. Like, let's change the conversation. It's something, always think of a solution. And also, what are some ideas we should and should not buy? So notice, what are some ideas are we paying, and what are some ideas we shouldn't pay for anymore? Do you have to pay all the ideas that the news gives you? And what are some pros and cons of the news? Think about that. What are some pros and cons of listening to the news? That's right. So here, I want you to think about that. And then soon I'm going to make another video that's going to link to that, but I'm going to add mindful movement. So if you enjoy this, please subscribe, share it. And thank you so much. And comment below your ideas. So God bless you. Know that you are strong and you are the programmer of your mind. God bless.